Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just want to welcome you to this episode of Enjoy the Journey today. And today's life skill hacks hot topic is, what are you listening to? And my name is Greg Young, and this is my lovely wife, Shateta Young, and we are your hosts on this segment of Enjoy the Journey today. So, when you ask yourself the question, what are you listening to? That is a big question, and it revolves around your ability to be successful or unsuccessful in life depending on what you listen to. Because we all know, if the saying goes, what you tune into, you turn into. So if you're wondering why you're not getting ahead in life right now and getting what you want out of life and getting what you deserve, or if you feel like you're on a hamster wheel and you're not going anywhere, then you have to ask yourself the question, what are you listening to? What are you tuning into? Each and every day on your daily basis, when you wake up in the morning, what type of music are you listening to? What type of encouraging words are you listening to? What type of statements are you saying to yourself? What are the things that you're doing to empower yourself to succeed to a higher level? And if you're not getting the results that you want, then you need to go back and ask yourself this question, what are you listening to? Because sometimes the things that you listen to can tune in to your frequency of your mindset. And when you don't have the right type of mindset, you cannot accomplish what you want to accomplish in life. So that's why our life skill hacks hot topic for today is, what are you listening to? And you should really think about that. And you should really ask yourself that question. What are you listening to? Are you listening to the right people? Do you have the right support system around you? Do you have the right mentors around you? Are you tuning into the right circle of people? Are you hanging around positive people so you can get positive results? Or are you hanging around negative people and getting the same result? So the thing that you have to realize is that if you're getting the same results, then you're not tuning into the right frequency of what you want out of life. In order for you to get what you want out of life, you got to realize, what are you listening to? What are you tuning into? What is encouraging you to go to that next level in life? And if you're not tuning on to the right frequency in life and you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to get the success that you're looking for. So that's why the hot topic for today is, what are you listening to? And that's very important, that you realize what you're listening to and what you tune into, because that develops your success or failure level in life. The people you hang around can support you or they can fail you. And what I mean by that, if they're not supporting you, then they're failing you. If they're not advancing you and pushing you forward to succeed in life and to do better and go out and have more than what you have right now in life, and telling you that you can accomplish whatever you set out to accomplish, then those are not the right people that you need to be listening to. You need to tune into a circle of support. And if you don't have that support system, then you're not able to get the results that you want out of life. So you have to ask yourself that question. And it is very important that you understand that what you're listening to, you become. So if you're listening to encouraging words of motivation, then sooner or later you're going to motivate yourself to succeed at a higher level of success than where you are right now. But if you're not listening to the right things to encourage your mind, to develop your mind, to make your mind grow, then you're not going to get what you want out of life. So that's why you have to ask the question, what are you listening to? Are you listening to the right people? Are you tuning into the right people? Are the right people in your circle? Are you encouraging others to do better? Are you around the right people that are encouraging you? And that's why it's very important that you pay attention to your circle, pay attention to your surroundings, and stay away from negative people.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here's my turn to talk. Anyhow, so just imagine yourself as a radio tower and you're sending out frequencies. And those frequencies that you send out come from your paradigm. Now, your paradigm is are all the behaviors that you learn once again as a child from 0 to 7 years old and all your belief systems. So you actually see the world through your belief systems, which is another word for it is paradigm. So
Absolutely.
so you see the world through your paradigm. Now I see the world in one way, in one aspect, and Greg sees the world in another aspect. So we had to
Absolutely.
make sure that what we're seeing the world as is not is not exactly is not what we see through our paradigm, but what it really was if our paradigm is not positive. Okay, so our paradigm deals with our senses, our see, touch, feel, taste, emotions, that type of thing.
Absolutely.
So my thing is that in doing that, if you see the world around you negative, you're tuning into a negative frequency that came from
Absolutely.
most of the time that you don't even know it came from. It came from your subconscious, and the subconscious is your paradigm. So how do you change that? Okay, we done explained all that. How do you change that? You change it by listening to things that maybe that align with where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Whoever you want to be, whoever wherever you want wherever you see yourself, you start listening to things that aligns with that. Okay, so like for instance, we want to do we want to run our own business, so we surround ourselves with other entrepreneurs that are successful at it, that's better, that are better business people than we are, because we're just starting. So that's what we do. We listen to we see their tips and tricks and so on and so forth, and we incorporate that into our business so we can be
Absolutely.
successful. You know, we learn from their mistakes, so we take their life hacks that they have and incorporate to our business. So we're changing our paradigm from the 9 to 5 paradigm and going to school every day to the paradigm that, you know what, you create your own success, right? So that's where we're changing ourselves, and we know it's possible because we're doing it. So and that we're saying that you
Absolutely.
can do it too.
Absolutely. And that is the whole gist of it. You just have to realize once you get clear about what you're listening to, and once you get clear about where you want to go in life, now you have to stay on that same frequency. And that's why I say you have to watch what you listen to, you have to watch what you absorb into your brain, and you have to watch the actions and your character of how you carry yourself. Because based upon your how you carry yourself represents who you are. And if you're listening to the right people and you're listening to the right thing, you can be a great representative of who you are, and then you can go out there and impact others. But if you're not on the right frequency and you're not listening to the right things and you're not doing the right things, then you're not going to get the results that you want, and you're not going to be able to go out there and encourage others to do the same thing as you if you're not listening to the right people and you don't have the right mentors in your life. The only way you can change someone else's life is that you have to change your own life first. And the only way you can change your own life is if based upon what you listen to, what you tune into. Because like I said before, what you tune into, you turn into. So if you're not tuning into the right frequency and you're not getting the success that you want right now out of life, it's because you're listening to the wrong things. You're listening to the wrong people. And you need to find a different circle of people to hang around. Because the thing is, my mom used to tell me this growing up all the time. She said, if you hang around people that are not doing nothing, you're going to be the next one that's not going to be doing nothing in that circle. So you don't want to be hanging around someone that is not trying to evolve and empower their life and your life, because you need someone around you that's going to empower you to do better so you can empower them to do better. And that's called a support system. And that's why I say, what are you listening to? And that's the big question that we should ask ourselves. We should do inventory on ourselves right now to see if what we're listening to is giving us the results that we want out of life. And if we're not getting the results that we want out of life, then that means we have to change our frequency on what we're listening to.
Yes, you definitely have to change your frequency. It's all about changing what you're listening to, which will help your paradigm change. And then you know what? It will send you the right messages into your body.
Absolutely.
So you can attract wealth, so you can attract love, so you can attract all the things that your heart's desire.
Absolutely.
You ever wonder why when you pray and it's not answered? You know why? You ever had that? Because of the simple fact that we're on the same stinking thinking. You say that this is what you want, but in your mind you're like, well, I really can't have that. And that's when you mess up the whole thought process of what you desire goes right back into the ethers and say, you know what? She said she don't want it, so we ain't gonna give it to her. So I challenge you to whatever your heart desires. Go in that direction. Look it up. Start studying on YouTube. Google it. Go to the library. I don't know what you have to do, but I know for me, I found the people that I wanted to be like, or their business. They said business. I want my business to be successful like, and I started to mimic and took things from that. That's what we're telling you to do, beloved. That's what we're telling you to do. What's your dreams? What's your dreams? What's your hopes? What do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Absolutely.
Okay, is somebody already there that you notice that's there where you want to be at? And I challenge you to look and see what they're doing, to get the tips and tricks. Because I guarantee you, your dreams will be fulfilled. You'll be exactly where you want to be at. They're dropped. You'll be exactly where you want to be at in the next 5 to 10 years as you dreamed.
Absolutely. And then the thing is that you have to realize is that when you do inventory on yourself and you check where you are, you want to check your growth. Because if you're not growing, then you're just like a hamster on a wheel. If you're not growing, if you haven't grew, to a higher level than you was this time last year, then now it's time for you to really ask yourself this question: what are you listening to? And are you listening to the right things that can grow you where you need to go? Because in order for you to go somewhere, you have to grow. If you're not growing, you're not going. That's just the bottom line. And a lot of people look at it like, okay, well, I'm growing. I still got a job, and I'm paying my bills. I have a little money left after I pay my bills, but I'm really not satisfied. And then sometimes we find ourselves in denial because we tell ourselves that we're okay because we want to believe that we're okay mentally, physically, and financially. But when deep down we're suffering, but the thing is we don't realize what we're listening to so we can create change in our lifestyle. And that's the only way you're going to be able to create change in your lifestyle, is to be able to tune into the frequency of what you're listening to and make sure it's a frequency that's going to take you where you want to go in life. Because you can have whatever you want out of life. You just have to be passionate enough about it. You just have to have enough consistency about going out to get it. No matter how many times it seems like things is not going to work out. If you have enough consistency and dedication to what you're trying to achieve, and you're listening to the right things, and you're on the right frequency, you can accomplish it.
The things that helped me in changing my paradigm, I started listening to Neville Goddard. I started listening to Napoleon Hill. I started listening to I love Oprah. Some people don't like, I like her. And I started listening to Oprah, and I started listening to Tyler Perry. I started listening to other people that are successful or where I want to be at.
Absolutely.
Where I want to. I started listening, and you can find audiobooks on YouTube. If you don't like to read, listen to audiobooks. Do it while you're driving. Do it right before you go to sleep. You don't have to. Everybody's not readers. I'm a reader, But everybody's not readers. So get you some audiobooks. They have free audiobooks on YouTube. Listen to those audiobooks. It's life-changing. It's life-changing. I swear I've read over 1,000 books this year. Over 1,000 books. From listening and reading, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And then you know what? The law of repetition. You read and you listen to those books over and over again because your conscious is reading it. But when you when you repeat, your subconscious is reading it, and you're changing your paradigm, which is your belief system. It's amazing. It sounds like there's a lot of work, but it's not. Only thing you got to do is just be dedicated and just do it.
Absolutely. And that's the main thing that we have to realize is that what you tune into, you turn into. So
what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. We thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget our lifestyle marketplace right down below. You go ahead, click on those links, check out our website. We have I'm announcing our podcast. Yes,
absolutely. So go there and check it out.
Yes, you can catch us on Spotify and I believe Apple podcast, and I need to put that link down below. I'm gonna do that. So I have our podcast, and I am so excited about that. And like I said, we have Elevate down there. They're trading that Meta. You better look up Meta. I'm telling you, that Meta is gonna be amazing. Cryptocurrency, that talks about all that.
Inside our future.
Inside Elevate 8, the FOREX system.
Absolutely.
It talks about all that. You have to learn it. Learn the language of money and change your life and your generational lives. We put Elevate in our family system because we're not only teaching ourselves, but we're teaching our older sons and our younger sons. And
absolutely.
Exactly. You have anything to do with travel? We got travel down there. You need to help save on your bills? We got saving on your bills down there. Look right down below. Just click the link. You'll see everything you need. You know what? And then the hand sanitizer. We have a 4-hour invisible glove called Skin Tech. It'll change your life. We put on our kids every morning.
Absolutely. So we want you to
enjoy the journey with
us. And thank you for tuning in. And we love you, and goodbye, and have a blessed day.
Have an amazing day. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice and short and sweet.